Hello, I hope y'all are having a great day. It's February 2nd. And today I'm going to be talking about uh, this ongoing significant winter storm all the way from Maine into the south, all the way from Maine to Texas. I'm going to be really focusing on that today. Thank you for watching. If you are, I really appreciate it. We have 20 subscribers right now. I think we hit that about like a week or 2 weeks ago. So thank you all. Thank you all a lot for that. But let's go ahead and get into the video here. We're gonna start off on Cleveland and move our way all the way southwest. So we got a bit of we got some stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. So currently, the Cleveland area does not have snowfall. I mean, we go right to the northwest of town. We have snow, and also over Lake Erie, we have some freezing rain as well. Uh, which how okay? I don't even understand how there's gonna be. Okay, well, I don't really think freezing rain over a body of water is too much of a problem. Uh, I mean, that just okay. Yeah, but we can see snow is falling in Toledo, Ohio, as well. We have some pretty significant reports up in Michigan, though, almost a foot in that area. We can take a look at the Detroit radar here and just get a little kind of idea what we're looking at in Michigan currently. For only a couple inches down in the Detroit area. This was when was this from? I don't. There's no dates here. Just a bit of a problem, but we saw that. And if this would load, this is one thing I do not like about GR2 is it takes forever to load. Is the Detroit radar out or something? Because this is taking unbelievable, like it's insanely long. So let me just. Okay, yeah, the Detroit radar is out. Okay, great to know. Would have been kind of nice to know that, but let's go to the Indianapolis radar here. Because I know it's not out. And we'll move our way southwest. So we can see in the Indianapolis area, it is snowing right now, all the way down to around Bloomington, Bloomfield, where we can see that freezing rain and sleet line kind of stretching from like Plain, Washington, all the way up to like Fountain City, and then into Ohio up to the Cleveland area right there. Pretty straightforward line right there. We go down towards southern Indiana here, into southern Illinois here. Also Peoria, kind of Peoria, Bloomington areas of central Illinois. They're picked up about a foot of snow, so pretty nice. Just a bit less, I think, like around 10, 11 inches. You can see down towards like southern Illinois, southern Indiana. We have a little bit less snow, but I'm expecting a bit more snow as we go towards tomorrow, which we're gonna be talking about that in a few minutes. So just wait for that, and then in Bloomfield, you can see it is snowing. A little bit of freezing rain and sleet down into southern Illinois here, where we have some slightly warmer temperatures. We switch to the Paducah radar here. Let's just see if we have anything ongoing right now in that area. And we're just going to follow this rain snow line all the way down. We can see maybe some freezing rain falling. I know we had freezing rain in Mayfield earlier. I don't know if temperatures have warmed or something since then. Let me get MPing reports on here. Uh, there we go. Okay, so ice pellets reported that was at. That was a little bit ago though. We'll move down to Little Rock now. Turn MPing off just so it's not. We'll turn on temperatures though. Why not? So when these red shades, it's where these airport stations are measuring temperature or I guess observing temperatures that are below freezing. Look at this cold air though up in Oklahoma here, 20s right now, already at 8 p.m. So pretty good. Dallas Fort Worth is right above freezing right now. I mean outside to the west north of town you are or at or below freezing now. Most areas. Uh, letting the Tulsa radar. We have a good couple inches of snow in Tulsa and down into Oklahoma City here. Pretty nice. Yeah, we can see. I mean, that's some pretty good snow falling, especially down towards like Okmulgee. I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. Wetumpka, up towards Holbert and okay, I'm not even gonna try to say that. I don't want to sound like an idiot here, but Bentonville, Northwest Arkansas, also getting snow. We can see a decent bit of sleet here. I think pretty sure this is the orange is sleet, freezing rain is pink. Almost, I'm very sure. Yeah, I'm very sure about that. we'd see a good bit of freezing rain though, and even in maybe in and around Fort Smith. Fort Smith is currently at 32, so if it's raining at 32, that's automatically freezing rain. Let's go down to the Dallas Fort Worth complex here because this is where it's going to be getting very interesting. And we can see, I mean, really at a line to like the west of this is all below freezing. In some areas like Mineral Wells is right above freezing, but also, I mean, definitely most probably if you have like a personal weather station like out like in or outside of Mineral Wells, it's probably reading below freezing at this point or at or below freezing. I noticed this with my weather station as well. I'm a lot colder than the Athens airport, even though I'm like 6 mile or like yes, like 6 or 7 miles away from it. I'm a lot colder. Uh, and it's pretty much a similar case. Uh, definitely some areas in more rural areas are likely uh already at or below freezing. Uh, we can see Dallas Fort Worth is starting to switch, or Fort Worth is starting to switch over to freezing rain. Right to the north and west, though, it's starting to get bad. Up towards Mineral Wells as well. Let's go over to the Frederick, Oklahoma radar here. Take a look at what's going on by Wichita Falls, that area. I know we had some uh, freezing rain in Abilene. Can't. Okay, Abilene's right there. Good. Let's just let this load in though, and then maybe we'll go down there, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the models. So let's just. Sorry this is taking so long. I'm gonna try and keep this video down to around 15 minutes. Oh yeah, we can see that. Look at that with some very heavy snow falling. There's snow falling in Oklahoma City right now, by the way, but all the way down Wichita Falls is now getting probably heavy snow. Temperatures in the mid 20s. I can see 26 right there, 25 up there, to the north of Wichita Falls. Go down towards Abilene. We are in the upper or mid upper 20s. I just say mid 20s. In the colder air sinking into Abilene here. But look at these teens. I mean, Amarillo is 12. Lubbock is 19. So very cold. And even some areas, I mean, I bet some rural areas around Oklahoma City are probably in the teens already. I mean, even up towards El Reno, we have some teens already. But yeah, we can see, I mean, a lot of sleet in Abilene. I know we had some freezing rain as well. This is a mess right here. I mean, not even snow. It's not even like this is like the most unenjoyable type of winter precip you can get. Just a mess of freezing rain and sleet. And yeah, we'll see. Abilene could maybe get. It's a bit of a close call though. Let's go ahead and take a look at the models though for now. Let me get tropical tidbits open here. I should have done that. I'm sorry. And we're just going to take a look at the HRRR because I feel like the HRRR has a pretty decent handle at this. And we're just going to kind of move our way down here. Let's go ahead and start with the northeast because we're going to be seeing impacts stretching into the northeast pretty soon here. So I'm going to see by tomorrow morning when you wake up, we're already seeing some snow across the northeast. Mainly rain though, closer to the further to the closer to the coast you are. We can see by tomorrow afternoon though. Look at this. And we're have bands of snow in central New York, kind of right to the west of Binghamton, up to the north, like kind of right around Albany. Albany's going to be in one of those really close spots. Lighter snow still up in Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, but we can see that later stretches there as we get into tomorrow evening. But look at this band of really heavy snow though, stretching from Ohio up into New York, like right along that cutoff line there. That's going to be pretty cool. I mean, the HRRR even indicates that band kind of training over the same area. We're going to have to see because that could bring some more significant accumulations. And then further south, we can see this was our first kind of part of the winter storm here in Indiana, Ohio. We looked at that. We had like this little clearing here. But we're going to have an ice storm though, Western Kentucky. Look at that, all freezing rain. We're getting freezing rain right now in that area. We looked at that. So from 8 p.m. tonight all the way until really like tomorrow afternoon, that area is getting some kind of like freezing rain, maybe some sleet at times. That is a very big deal. That's going to be a big ice storm. I think we have ice storm warnings as well. I think we do. Let's take a look actually. So yeah, we have ice storm warnings all the way down into Mississippi. That's pretty interesting. There are a lot of ice storm warnings. Flash flood warnings in the southeast, of course. I mean, this really reminds me of last February, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like everything about this. Winter storm warnings for like all of Texas there, or not all of Texas, a good bit of Texas. We can see this band though is not gonna, or just do parts like second part of it's not really gonna be bringing a whole lot of snow to like the like central Illinois, like Peoria. We're gonna be looking at like more areas like Springfield, Indianapolis, getting a lot of stuff. But look at this heavy band that sits up. We were looking at that just a second ago into the northeast, but look at that. All the way down in Indiana, Ohio, we see that band. So wherever this band sets up, and how heavy the snowfall rates actually are, those areas could see some significant accumulations. And it's gonna be fun to see uh, what kind of accumulations we really see in those areas. Now let's move over to Texas or like the South here. We can see Oklahoma getting a lot of snow through tonight. I mean, even tomorrow morning in some areas of Oklahoma. I mean, tomorrow afternoon it's still snowing in some areas of Oklahoma. So Dallas Fort Worth generally switches over. I mean, pretty much about now. I mean, within the next couple of hours. And then we really get a hard switch over later to like early tomorrow morning at like 3, 4 a.m. To pretty much like widespread like sleet and freezing rain here. And then we switch over to snow briefly in Dallas Fort Worth, maybe some minor accumulations. Doesn't look like, I mean, for Dallas Fort Worth though, I mean, anything is a pretty big deal. It's pretty much how it is for the whole South. Even some freezing rain though down towards Houston tomorrow. That'd be interesting. Uh, some freezing like drizzle maybe. So very interesting. Temperatures also. Look at this. I mean, tomorrow is going to be cold. I mean, Dallas Fort Worth in the, in the almost in the teens tomorrow afternoon. I mean, that is cold. I mean, I wish. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wish some of this cold air would make it into the southeast because of this. But I mean, I don't think it ever is. But I think we have to wait a couple more years. And we can see. Let's go ahead and take a look at snowfall accumulations here. We're gonna use a 10-to-1 ratio for this, and we can see a lot of. I mean, a good bit of snow crust. I mean, areas of Oklahoma there, down into Texas, maybe around maybe I mean 1 to 3 inches for the Dallas Fort Worth area. A good, I mean 7, 8. I mean a good half foot in southern Illinois as well. But I mean wherever we see that band set up, though, we could see some pretty significant accumulations. We can see, I mean, even like a widespread like 6 to 8 area range of snow from I mean Oklahoma all the way up into like or not Columbus. Columbus could get a few inches, but Cleveland, Ohio, into the northeast. I mean, we can see it's just getting started right here, but we can go back to the 18s. You're on the H triple line got a bit further, and we can see some pretty significant accumulations across the northeast too. Maybe about a foot, maybe a foot and a half in some localized areas in New York, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, or Maine. Pretty big deal. Let's go take a look at models, though. We're gonna go take a look at the HRRR for tomorrow's severe weather threat. So let's get the SBC here, because we do have a marginal risk tomorrow. I mean, it doesn't look as good as I was kind of expecting it to look, but we can see that marginal risk right here. It could be maybe extended a bit further east. Kind of depends what the if the models trend towards anything by tomorrow morning. But we can see, look at all that freezing rain in Mississippi, though. And in the same state, though, we're going to be looking at severe weather. So this is 17Z tomorrow. We have a low in Mississippi there. We can take a sounding in just southern Mississippi here, kind of towards the coast. I mean, definitely supportive of a little bit of a damaging wind threat, a little tornado threat. It doesn't look excellent or anything, but I mean, the chance is going to be there. We can even see as we get into like Mississippi, we have just a general like kind of line of cluster, a line of a okay, this is weird wording I'm using here, but like a line that a cluster of storms is kind of in a line moving east in the HRRR here. And by the time it gets into Georgia, we can see that line kind of starts to bow out a little bit and generally falls apart, like it always does. And so yeah, let's just take a look at some like Cape and then some simple stuff. I'm not gonna take too much soundings We can see, I mean, instability tomorrow. I mean, it's uptrended definitely of around 1,000 to 1,500 Cape. I mean, even into like northern, or not northern, but like, I mean, northern Alabama could have a little bit of a wind threat as well. So I do think they could extend the risk maybe a bit further north. Maybe put a slight risk in. I do. I think it would be for this area here, but we'll have to see. I definitely don't think it's like completely likely. But maybe I give it like a 50/50 chance. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy the video. I will be back hopefully tomorrow to kind of keep the upload schedule because I was supposed to upload yesterday, but I had a ton of schoolwork and I didn't really plan my time good, so I didn't really get to it. I'm sorry about that. So I'm gonna upload tomorrow, most likely, unless something bad happens, which I don't think anything will happen. Hopefully. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your evening tonight. I hope y'all have a great day tomorrow, and goodbye.